Former Cincinnati Bengals running back Rudi Johnson has died at the age of just 45, leaving the football world stunned and fans heartbroken. His passing was confirmed by family sources, who shared that Rudi had been struggling with mental health challenges and the possible effects of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, in recent years, issues that sadly he could not overcome. Johnson, remembered by many as a powerhouse on the field and a generous soul off it, was doing everything he could to continue helping people until the very end. To those closest to him, that was the defining legacy he wanted to leave behind. Not just his touchdowns, records, or Pro Bowl appearances, but the impact he had on lives away from football. This is the story of Rudi Johnson, from his humble beginnings in Virginia to his rise as one of the NFL's most consistent running backs of the 2000s, to his untimely death at just 45. Early life and childhood. Rudi Johnson was born on October 1, 1979, in Petersburg, Virginia, a small city with a proud football tradition. Growing up, Johnson wasn't born into fame or fortune. Like so many future athletes, he had to fight for every opportunity. As a kid, he was known for his toughness and determination. Friends from his neighborhood remember him always carrying a football, playing pickup games in the streets and backyards until the sun went down. Football wasn't just a game for young Rudi. It was an escape, a dream, and eventually his way forward. He played high school football at Thomas Dale High School in Chester, Virginia. Even then, he stood out for his relentless running style. He wasn't the tallest or flashiest player, but he was powerful, disciplined, and fearless when carrying the ball. Coaches noticed early on that he had the drive to push through defenders, and through life's obstacles as well. College career, the Auburn years. Johnson's journey to college football wasn't straightforward. He first attended Butler Community College in Kansas, where he dominated at the junior college level. His performance there earned him a chance to step up to the big stage, Auburn University, where his name would become etched into SEC football history. At Auburn, Rudi Johnson wasted no time making an impression. In his single season with the Tigers in 2000, he rushed for 1,567 yards and scored 13 touchdowns, earning the title of Southeastern Conference Player of the Year. His combination of strength, vision, and determination made him one of the toughest running backs in the SEC, and his breakout season put him on the radar of NFL scouts everywhere. Fans of Auburn still remember his bruising runs and clutch performances. He wasn't just a college star. He was the kind of player teammates rallied around and opponents dreaded facing. The NFL Draft and Cincinnati Bengals. In the 2001 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals selected Rudi Johnson in the 4th round. For a young man from Petersburg, Virginia, it was the realization of a lifelong dream, to make it to the NFL. His early years in Cincinnati were quiet ones. He played sparingly during his first 2 seasons, often waiting for opportunities behind established starters. But Rudi was patient. He knew his moment would come. And when it did, he never looked back. Breakout years. In 2003, Johnson exploded onto the scene. As a 24-year-old, he rushed for 957 yards and 9 touchdowns, proving to the league that he was ready to carry the load. What followed was a remarkable stretch of consistency and productivity that would define his NFL career. From 2004 to 2006, Johnson was one of the most reliable and dominant running backs in the NFL. In 2004, he rushed for 1,454 yards and 12 touchdowns, earning a well-deserved spot in the Pro Bowl. In 2005, he followed it up with 1,458 yards and 12 more touchdowns, cementing his role as Cincinnati's offensive workhorse. In 2006, he added 1,309 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns to his career totals. During those years, Johnson was the centerpiece of the Bengals offense. Known for his bruising running style, he wasn't the type to dance around defenders, he ran through them. Fans loved his grit, his toughness, and his ability to always fall forward for extra yards. Teammates praised him as a leader in the locker room and a competitor who gave everything on every down. In many ways, he embodied the blue-collar spirit of Cincinnati, hardworking, determined, and never afraid of a challenge. Later career and Detroit Lions. After 7 strong seasons with the Bengals, Johnson's NFL journey came to an end with a final stint in 2008 with the Detroit Lions. Though his numbers dipped in his final season, his overall career remained impressive. By the time he retired, Rudi Johnson had amassed 5,979 rushing yards and 49 rushing touchdowns in his professional career. For a fourth-round pick, his accomplishments spoke volumes about his determination and ability to overcome the odds. Life beyond the field. Like many athletes, Johnson faced challenges in life after football. But one of the most admirable things about him was how he chose to give back. Shortly after beginning his NFL career, he founded the Rudi Johnson Foundation, a charitable organization focused on helping children and families through community programs. His foundation supported educational initiatives, provided resources for underprivileged youth, and created opportunities for kids to stay active and engaged through sports. To Johnson, football was never just about personal success. It was about using his platform to lift others up. Those who worked with his foundation recall his hands-on approach. He didn't just lend his name. He showed up, met with families, and made sure kids knew he cared. The struggles and final days. In recent years, however, Rudi Johnson was battling private struggles. According to family sources, he had been dealing with mental health challenges and the possible effects of CTE, a brain condition linked to repeated head injuries often seen in football players. Those close to him shared that Johnson was doing everything he could to stay strong, leaning on his family, supporting his community, and holding on to the values that defined his life. Despite his struggles, he remained focused on helping others, even when he was in pain himself. In his final days, Johnson reportedly expressed gratitude for the opportunities football had given him, and for the love he had received from his fans, teammates, and family. His last words to those around him were centered on the importance of giving back, of not being defined only by victories or defeats, but by the good you do for others. Legacy. Rudi Johnson's legacy extends far beyond the stat sheets. Yes, he was a Pro Bowl running back who gave the Bengals some of their best defensive seasons in franchise history. Yes, he was an Auburn legend whose single season with the Tigers is still remembered as one of the best by a running back in SEC history. But more than that, he was a man who cared deeply about others. Whether it was mentoring young athletes, supporting underprivileged families, or simply being there for his teammates, Johnson lived by the principle of service. At just 45 years old, his death feels tragically premature. Yet, the mark he left on the game of football and the lives of countless people ensures that his memory will never fade. Rudi Johnson's story is one of perseverance, strength, and generosity. From his days in Petersburg, Virginia, to his dominance at Auburn, to his Pro Bowl years with the Bengals, and finally to his work in the community, he showed us what it means to give your all, on and off the field. His passing is a reminder of the struggles athletes can face after the spotlight fades, and the importance of supporting one another through those challenges. Rest in peace, Rudi Johnson. Your legacy will live on in the hearts of fans, teammates, and the many lives you touched. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to honor Rudi Johnson's memory and keep stories like his alive, please make sure to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more tributes and stories.